let's continue the donut tutorial. We're on to level 4 now.
Welcome back to the Donut Hour of Fun. The fun hour of donut making. We are
he's so
creating
happy.
final picture and actually a final animation. So we're going to put the donut and the coffee cup together. We're going to add a texture to the counter, make it look like marble, put some bricks in the background, do a little animation of the donut sliding in there, and then we're going to render that out into frames and then compile it into one final video file to show you the full workflow, the full spectrum of what you end up doing in 3D. And yeah, what do you think of my beard? Just let it keep going, right? So far I can see everyone likes it except my wife. So who's going to win that argument? It's going to be her.
What?
Say goodbye to the beard soon. I told her I'm going to keep it going until I finish this donut tutorial. That's my excuse. So she's like, all right, fine. Anyway.
Okay, well,
we finished our coffee cup at the end of the last part. This is where we ended
I'm on board with
now
your
let's
wife's
look at our
opinion.
donut collection. Hooray.
Let's get rid of this.
Obviously. So I'm going to move my, grabbing the plate because the plate is the parent of the coffee cup. Move this to the side and then I'll just position it behind it like so. Now, it's a good point, like a good time now before you start arranging the scene and compositing it with the camera and everything to make sure you've got the right sizes for everything. Because size is a big part of how, like, you won't even usually recognize it in your head. If the scale is off, if something is bigger than something should normally be, you won't even recognize it, but you'll just know that it looks fake or something looks wrong. So you want to make sure whenever possible to use the real sizes of things. So,
Okay, let's get to that position, turn on the donut. I thought we already made everything the right size.
Type in things like donut dimensions, and then you'll get all sorts of weird posts. I saw one by Vox doing some hard-hitting journalism. Oh yeah, have donut holes gotten smaller? I don't know. Apparently, Krispy Kreme donuts and whatever is like an inch high, which what is an inch? Like 4 centimeters, right? No, that's 2 point something centimeters, which is really thin to me. But you can get them like really big as well, like kind of like those bagel-looking things, like big, meaty, stuffy-looking donuts. So I'm just gonna even it out and go like not 2, but like 4, right? So a little bit chunky, so something like that. So this is my face. This is what a 4 centimeter donut looks like. Bit meaty, but we'll go with that. So to find out the height of our donut, if we hit N for Nelly and then go to the top item, down here these are the dimensions of it. So this is Z, the Z measurement. By the way, these will be wrong if you've rotated it by accident and then you haven't applied the rotation. So if these values aren't 0, then your Z might be one of these other ones mistakenly. So make sure you've cleared it by hitting Control A and then hitting rotation if those aren't already 0. Anyway, now that I've done that, yeah, I want this to be around about 4. So I'm just going to scale this down, scale until it's like slightly below 4, something like that. 4, 0. Anyway, now that I've done that.
Pause you. Grab my donut, hit N, item, dimensions. What's that? It's 5 centimeters.
0, then your Z might be one of these other ones mistakenly. So make sure you've cleared it by hitting Control A and then hitting rotation if those aren't already 0. Anyway, now that I've done that, yeah, I want this to be around about 4. So I'm just going to scale this down, scale until it's like slightly below 4, something like that. 4 centimeters, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Now the coffee cup, I believe this is like one of those like kind of espresso small, like short looking coffee cups, which I discovered is about like 7.5 centimeters high. So this is 12. So this is way big. This is almost twice as big as this should be. Now if I was to scale the coffee cup, that would be a problem because the plate would remain really big. So I want to scale the plate because the plate is the parent of the coffee cup. So scale that, and now they both get scaled down. And then I'm just going to grab this. See, all right, it's about 8. Yeah, 7-ish. Right. So that's about it. That's what we need to.
Alright, so it should be about there. So I'm pretty sure we've applied more or less the same relative scale to everything anyway. Sure.
That's how big a donut is in relation to a small coffee cup, roughly, right? Everything's, there's no true values, but this is probably pretty close, so that'll do fine. By the way, now that we've scaled things, our scale values are now off on everything. So I'm going to apply the scale on all of those, Control A, scale, and then the donut as well, Control A, scale. And when you do so, by the way, because we changed our scale, the sprinkles, their scale has not changed. So I'm going to quickly adjust that by going to my render scale settings.
Alright, let's do that. So we're applying scales to things. So we're going to move that over, right, so that, and then we want Control Z, no, Z, Shift Z, 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 no. Alright, try again. Right, grab, Shift Z, we're moving on the Z plane, and we need to be viewing this from the camera's perspective so that we're lined up reasonably. Shift Z on the Z plane. That'll do for now. Alright, now we want to apply. So just grab everything. I don't know. Control A, apply scale. So scale to 1, whereas this one is not. So then we grab that and that and that and scale. I wonder if there's a way to select all sub things. Probably.
Your sprinkles might be a different size, so play it by ear. But, you know, I don't want my sprinkles to be that big, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll play with it when we get to the final touches.
My sprinkles
Go through all of those
are
settings
pretty
before
much the
we
right
play. But now this is
size.
fine. Okay, now, this is how it looks from the point of view of the camera. And I want there to be a brick wall in the background. We're going to do that in the next part. But I don't want there to be this much gap between, you know, the end of the table and
Now that's interesting. Whoops.
remain really the background. We're going to do that in the next part. But I don't want there to be this much gap.
Now that I've scaled it, nothing is lined up to the ground. Even though we spent all that time, oh, man, I go up here to grab like a guideline from working in like Inkscape and the GIMP. It's like I want a line that will tell me where that is, or specifically where that is. All right, so I'll grab you and bring you down a smidgen. I think that's above it, and then we'll grab that one. We'll do it this way, this seems to work. Alright, close enough.
Between, you know, the end of the table and this. I want it to look like
Whoops, man, I keep hitting like
okay, now,
one.
This is how it looks from the point of view of the camera. And I want there to be a brick wall in the background. We're going to do that in the next part. But I don't want there to be this much gap between the, you know, the end of the table and this. I want it to look like I'm just looking at the end of the table. So I'm going to move this table back to about there. Okay. And now for the framing, right? The composition. If I grab my camera and I move things around, like if I move it closer.
I'm not sure what he just did there.
Okay. Now, this is how it looks from the point of view of the camera. And I want there to be a brick wall in the background. We're going to do that in the next part. But I don't want there to be this much gap between the, you know, the end of the table and this. I want it to look like I'm just looking at the end of the table. So I'm going to move this table back to about there. Okay. And now for the framing, right?
I got it. I understand what you did.
Composition. If I grab my camera and I move things around, like if I move it closer, I get like a completely different composition, right? And there's a couple of other things you can change with the camera. You can change the focal length, you can change the aspect ratio, a whole bunch of things. So, right, so let's talk about that, because now's a good time to do it, because we're going to start lighting and adding and things. It starts to get a little bit artistic. It's kind of a fun stage. You get to play around with art, right? So the aspect ratio, right? This is like widescreen, what we've got right here. And we know what the aspect ratio is by going to the output dimensions, and you can see we're at 1920 by 1080, which the video editors, or just anyone who's been using a computer for a while, will know that this is typically like traditional HD, right? So HD video is about 1080 HD. That's what this is. Now, in our case, it doesn't really make sense that we're at widescreen, right? Like if we've got the donut and the coffee cup together, we've got all this blank space on the left-hand side and then all this blank space on the right-hand side. And that is kind of, it's not good for you, and it's also not good for the viewer, because it's just like kind of boring empty space and it doesn't feel right. So you want to, in this case anyway, I just want to make it tighter. This isn't like a rule, you know, composition, there's no rules, there's like rules of thumb, but you can break them if you know what you're doing. In this case, I just want to center, I want to make it a square-looking image, just because. And also it's going to speed up our render time, which a lot of you should probably like. So if I drop this, you'll see that the height actually appears to get bigger. But the height isn't getting bigger, this is the X value, so this is just the width. But it's relative to this, it's just showing you like the size of this box. So when we do this, we set this to 1080 by 1080. This is now exactly square to 1-to-1 aspect ratio. Very good for Instagram. If you were to post it there, that's cool. I can see some of you have been doing that already, by the way. Cool to see. But now we've done that, we just get all this empty room above and below it. So now we move the camera in closer. So if I hit G and then hit the middle mouse button, just tap it once, and then slide it in and out, you can see I'm dollying it forward.
Alright, so let's grab camera. G. I swear he's moved it to the side or something.
And back. Now, the other control that we've got here is the focal length, which if you change, you can see is like going from like fisheye to like a zoom lens, right? If you've never played with a DSLR, you know, might, like what exactly are you changing? Like this impacts the composition a fair bit.
Where is this? Oh, this is the camera settings.
50, which is what we had out before, is good for like portraits. Portraits of faces like 50 to 60 to 70 is good because it kind of like, yeah, like things aren't distorted.
Alright, I need to pan the camera over. And camera. How do I get it to pan upwards? Yeah, that's an interesting donut situation.
It's not fisheye, and the background behind it loses priority, etc. But 50 with this, we've made our donut and our coffee cup kind of have equal priority, right? There's not really like one that's more dominant over the other. Whereas what I want, I actually just want the focus really to be on the coffee, the donut, and then I want the coffee to be kind of like just an add-on, just something that's in the background to complete the scene. So what I'm going to do with my camera selected, I'm going to set this to 30, 35. I think that'd be good.
All right, let's reverse out some of those changes. I wonder how it came up with that value.
And then if I move this in closer, with this, we've made our donut and our coffee cup kind of have equal priority, right? There's not really like one that's more dominant over the other. Whereas what I want, I actually just want the focus really to be on the coffee, sorry, the donut, and then I want the coffee to be kind of like just an add-on, just something that's in the background to complete the scene. So what I'm gonna do with my camera selector, I'm gonna set this to 30, 35. I think that'll be good. And then if I move this in closer, and then let's move it up, G, Z, and then R, and then Y, Y, that'll pan it, tilt it down. You can also do it here. Oh, not that one. No, not that one either. This one. All right, and then let's move it forward. And remember, by the way, for those of you who are used to other software, you can just lock the camera to view if you just want to like pan around it like that, if you wanted to. But I'm actually just gonna play with it.
Yeah. Let's do it that way, real quick, because it's Control. No, that was Control Delete. Yeah. Control Shift Dot. I don't remember. Is it this one? Camera fit frame to selected. Nope. Align camera to view. Control Alt number pad 0. So I was hitting Control dot. Dot is, what is dot actually? Nothing. Dot is, yeah, view that. 0 is camera. So Control Alt camera. That's better. That's much better. Now I'll grab that and move it on the Z plane just to bring it in like he's doing. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, there. Now we'll fine tune it by grabbing it. Still 35 millimeters. Now grab it and then middle click to zoom. Hey, and then we left click to get that there, and then we move that so it's actually in frame somewhere. And let's, while we're here, let's rotate it so the handle's facing. That way. Good.
Like this because I want to. Yeah, that is okay. So now that you can see, now that I've got this frame, you can see that it changes a bit, right? Now you can see that the focus really is a lot more on the donut, right? And this coffee cup, if I position it even further back, it is less in priority. Right now we're going to do depth of field as well in a later stage, so this is going to be even out of focus a little bit. So it's going to even lose more priority. It's going to be less of a priority. But yeah, that is pretty good right there. Hooray! Great. So we'll do proper lighting and everything in later parts. In the next part, we're actually going to be adding texture to our counter, make it look like marble, and then adding a brick wall behind it. But before you jump to that, I've got some homework for you because I know not everybody modeled a spoon like they were supposed to, myself included. Where's my spoon? Oh, my coffee cup. But you've got some homework now. You need to complete it, and that is to make a plate for your donut. Because you can't just have a donut sitting on the countertop like some animal, like my daughter this morning eating cheese, just slice of cheese sat on the table, just mess everywhere, right? You can't be an animal. You gotta have a plate. So yeah, just like what you modeled for this coffee cup here, make a plate for the donut. Could be any sort of plate. A plate with like a hard rim in the middle, or like a gold rimmed edge to it, or like one of those flat Corel plates. That's what I'm gonna do because it's the easiest. But do whatever you want. But you have to model a plate before you get to the next part. So once you've done that, go ahead, click here, and we will start making that marble countertop and brick wall.
Okay, so
welcome back to
we did this
donut.
one.
Welcome back.
Okay. You're gonna make me model a plate. I don't want to model a plate. I want to be a slob. Yeah, look, I'm going to skip the plate because honestly, this is, just tutorial. Why is that? Doesn't really need to be at World Center.
Hope you made a plate. If you didn't, shame on you. Go and make a plate. Do your homework. Come on. You can't just leave the donut sitting on a countertop. Mine's really, obviously, the most simplest of all plates. It's just a circle that's been inset and then pulled down very slightly. And then the only other thing is the material. It's the default material, but then the roughness is set to 0 so that it is reflecting like a plate should.
Fine, I'll make a damn plate, you scumbag. All right, let's bang out a plate real quick. Let's demonstrate some skills. Put my donut back at World Center so I can slap a plate on him. Add a circle that is like 12 centimeter plate. And 32 vertices will do. Right, where's my plate? It's in the middle of flipping nowhere. All right, something's gone horribly wrong. We'll delete that and start again. Add a, oh, I made it a 12 meter plate, a 12 centimeter plate. What's the cursor doing all the way up there? Oh, that's about centered, right. Okay, you. Let's see what we can do with this. Modeling. Let's back that all the way out. Oh, goodness. No, we won't back it out. What we will do is we will edit it, we'll get into vertex mode, and we'll select the loop and add a face, and then we will inset that to there. We'll grab it and send it down on the Z just a bit. We'll inset again. Grab, send it down on Z. And then we will inset again. Have a much more gentle curve. Grab it, send it down just a smudgen on the Z. And then we will add some modifiers. We're going to add a solidify, and it's going to be 3 millimeters thick. And then we're going to add a subdivision. We'll shade it smooth. That is the laziest plate I've ever seen. See, the bottom should be really like flat. So why not? Let's now see. This is why I didn't want to do it, because it's bothering me now that that's not finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply that. We're going to come in here. We're going to grab that loop and that one. And we're going to scale on the Z-axis down to, and we're going to type 0 to make them all aligned. We're going to grab it on the Z-axis and bring it down just a bit so we get a flat surface. Then we're going to take, we're going to put in 2 cuts there up near here. In fact, I don't think I needed that one, but we'll grab that and that. Sorry, no, we'll grab that, we'll scale it out to there. And we'll grab both of these and we'll grab it and we'll move it up on Z. So we'll grab it and we'll move it on Z. move it a bit more. Now I'll turn off this so I can actually see what we're doing. How thick is our plate? Have we made a sensibly thick plate? Nope, we have not. See how not thick it is. So grab that and grab it and move it on Z a bit to add a bit of thickness. But in all cases, yeah, so it's grab it and move it on Z. Whoop. Yeah, so now we've got that nice little lip down the bottom. I'll turn this back on. All right, now we'll flip over to this. Let's use look dev because, you know, we are not crazy people. Have a new material with roughness set to 0. And look at that. That's looking very platey. We'll just up, I can see a little bit of shenanigans with the subsurf. In fact, so I can still see it. So what do we want to do to fix that? So this one is a real thing. That one there. Yeah, okay. So what we want to do is this. Let's turn off that. Hide that for now. Grab that. Insert that in a little bit more. Grab that. Razor. That one. There, and I think that should solve a lot of those issues. Turn that back on, and now I think you can let's rename that. I think it's a lot less sort of glitchy when you move the reflection across it. Hey, look at the underside of that. That's gorgeous. That's more like it. Just needs like a little brand name or something stamped into the bottom of it. Okay, so now we have to do all this rigmarole. Grab that Z-axis, bring it down. Do it this way. Grab that Z-axis, bring it down until it penetrates the floor. Bring it up until it's sitting on the counter. Good, close enough. What the heck happened there? Why is our counter moved all the way down there? Oh, alright, well, never mind. That might be why the other thing went wrong. So, I'll do this the opposite way. Grab that, move it on the Z-axis until it's where it was supposed to be. Grab that and move it on the Z-axis till it stops. Penetrating. And then this one. Now turn off the plane. Oh, whatever. We'll just fudge it. All right, let's switch over to Eevee and have a look at it like this, and then we can see how we did. Set up our camera. Nice big plate we've got there. Do I want to scale the plate down? Have an 8cm plate for donut instead. Let's change this plane back to something I can actually see. Yep, that'll do. Like, this is what it looks like at the moment. The plate's too big. So let's scale it on the Shift Z. Alright, except we want a more accurate scale. So what's 8 by 12? So 0.666. So let's do it this way. Scale Shift Z. So we're only scaling that, and we're just gonna, well, you know what? I think 0.75's a good scale. And we're just going to apply that. Apply scale. All right, and now we're all plated up. That's looking pretty good. And then from the camera, it looks like that, which is a bit more reasonable. So let's carry on.
Looks like plate. And the only other thing I did was I parented my donuts to the plate as well, so that when you move the plate, the donut goes with it, which you might want.
Okay, I mean, that seems reasonable enough. Let's move that to the donut collection. I don't know why we need a collection for that, seeing as we've got this, that, and then that. Is it Control P? Plate is now owning the donut, so now I can move that. All right, good.
Anyway, in this part, we're gonna make the countertop look like a countertop. So go give it a.
Right, I want to fix up my camera some more, so I'm gonna grab that, move it on the Z plane, so it's sort of in frame. Grab that, move that on the Z plane, so it's sort of a little bit off to the side. Yeah, that'll do for now. And grab the plane itself, grab it on the Z plane, and just move it. Don't know why it's being quite so obnoxious. Grab it on the Z plane and move it into there. And now if we look at it through the camera, that's looking good, much better. All right.
Texture. And why not go to the best textures?
All right, let's. Oh, you're gonna make me download something from Polygon? Stop advertising at me. I'm surprised it's not doing a nice, easy procedural texture here for, like, you know, a marble. What did I want? I wanted to switch back to cycles and see what it actually looks like. Hey.
In the world, which is Polygon.com. I might be biased since it's my own website. I might be overwhelmingly biased, some might say, but
Yep.
you know, make your own call. So we're going to use one of these textures, and it just so happens we've got some free ones. So if you go to the Refine by Free, then you should see 3 textures, and this is the one that I would suggest. You can choose any one you want. If you want to switch it up, go for it. But this is the one that I would suggest. Now, as I mentioned before, when it comes to the size, the resolution, you would think bigger would be better. Sometimes it is. But it also uses up more RAM. So 2K, I think, should be enough. Like, it just depends on like how much space in regards to the resolution of the screen. But 2K, I think, will be fine. Then for the maps, this is, you know, somewhere down the road at Polygon, we'll probably release this as an update. But like for something like Marble, you don't need any other map other than the diffuse, right? Because like there's no bump to Marble. I mean, there might be a very tiny slight amount. But there's no like loss value, there's no like reflection value. It's all just like a flat thing. So really, the diffuse map is all you need. So go ahead and hit download once you've got that. So once you've downloaded a Polygon texture, you'll get a zip file. Unzip that zip file, and then.
All right, well, we need to follow along with how he's doing it, and you know, that's reasonable. We'll texture it. Start with this one. Deselect all. We want the diffuse. I swear to God, if you make me sign up for an account. I am so unimpressed right now. Is there anyone in the comments being like, why did you make me sign up for an account? No? Well, maybe that's just my opinion.
In regards to the resolution of the screen, but 2K, I think, will be fine. Then for the maps, this is, you know, somewhere down the road at Polygon, we'll probably release this as an update. But like for something like Marble, you don't need any other map other than the diffuse, right? Because like there's no bump to Marble. I mean, there might be a very tiny slight amount. But there's no like loss value, there's no like reflection value. It's all just like a flat thing. So really, the diffuse map is all you need. So go ahead and hit download once you've got that. So once you've downloaded a Polygon texture, you'll get a zip file. Unzip that zip file, and then. Inside it, you should see 2 folders, like a preview one, which just has like the thumbnails, and then you've got regular. And inside that, you'll have the resolution.
All right. Well, I'm not going to create an account on stream. I mean, look, you know, I understand why he wants that because, you know, He's made his website. It's a great idea. Right. Well, anyway, I'm going to end the stream here, and I'll go off and I'll sign up for his silly thing and download his silly texture and just deal with that. And then we'll come back and we'll finish off. So where are we at? We're currently on level 4 part 2, so there's still 5 parts to go, so that's fine. We'll learn how to do animation, which is what I kind of want. And this image is looking pretty good so far, pretty good. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.